So I just had this idea this morning. I was looking at this account of this man who is taking care of his father with dementia. And then, of course, I'm here at my mom's on Mother's Day, Sunday, May the, I want to say 19th, I think, 2024. Oh, let me see if there's something around with the date. Is there anything with the date? It's got to be. Hold on. Just want to make sure. I love this thing about dates. Hold on. Try and do this right. Hold on. Am I too ahead of myself? I mean, I think that right. Hold on. Oh, is it Sunday, May 12th? Oh, it's only May 12th. Oh, maybe all the way on May 17th already. Sorry. So it's Sunday, May 12th. And anyway, so my mom woke up, and so part of the thing with taking care of my mom now, and I guess it's not necessarily dementia, because I know people have parents who just are older and don't have the same energy. You got to take care of them physically. My mother has a little. It's funny enough. I was just watching this thing this morning and realizing the thing with dementia is that it presents in so many different ways. So my mom is not completely unaware. She hasn't lost all her memory. She is sort of a mix of, she knows who everybody is. She has a sense of some things generally, but she'll just, I think it just make it, because it just gets all confused, right? So she can follow along and then she doesn't follow along. I think that's the best way to describe it actually, is that whereas I know some people whose parents, when you meet them, they don't remember at all. They have no memory. You have to keep reminding them. And in fact, this account that motivated my thought this morning, inspired my thought this morning to keep documenting is the fact that his dad keeps, basically asking him, like, who am I? What am I doing here? Where are we? What's happening? What am I, do I still work? Do I still do certain things? Whereas my mom is, kind of, yeah, she's aware that the life she's been living, retired, sort of at home, and basically much of what she's living now is kind of how she was living, I guess, as things were evolving, because I have to say, I was in denial for quite a while about the evolving state of her dementia. And I would say my brother and I particularly, I think my sisters were more aware and sort of filling in probably without telling us. So yeah. So mom is kind of a mix of different things. But I guess the best way to describe it is how I said it, which is she's a mix of she's aware and then unaware and then forgets or is confused or things are in the wrong order or don't make sense. And so again, she can, as I said, she can be with it and then not with it. So, she show her a picture, she recognizes some people, and then some people she doesn't, and then she fights you about that isn't that. Even sometimes when it's you, even when you're saying, Mom, no, that's me, and she's like, no, that's not you. And then sometimes she comes around to it. So yeah, it's like a muddle. I think it's like her mind is like a muddle at times, right? So in any event, then there's certain things like physically, she you know, it's generally pretty continent, but then we'll have moments, right? Not number two so far. Number two, or very rarely number two. Because we did have one big major incident with number two while I was here caring for her. But really more number one, right? And even that she manages mostly. But then on occasion, like you'll see now, why I did this was because I was in the middle of changing the bed. And then as I was downstairs in the laundry room changing out the laundry, like basically I had to clear her bed and take stuff down and put in the washing machine. So now I am getting the fresh stuff to go remake her bed. So you'll see. So these are all the stuff to make the bed. And of course I opened the window a little bit because I think she had peed for some time last night, so it's been a while. So I'm opening the window to air it out. And then of course I was just you can see the bed there. And my plan had been just to simply, make up the bed, right? But then it's like overlay I to it. I thought, ooh, that's got soaked through. Fortunately, we learned a long time ago to get a sort of plastic or nylon covering for the bed so it doesn't seep through. So the mattress is always okay, but you know what you have to do sometimes is you have to wipe down that so you get away the smell a little bit, and then make up the bed. So let me see if this can somehow, so you can see me. Let's see what it can do. Okay, and it is Mother's Day, so we'll do a little freshening up as well. Give her a little brighter colors. Okay, so this is, yeah. So there was one of these on there. So I don't know about this just stain, yeah. Okay, I guess it's just a stain. But you know, looking at it, I'm thinking, it's not very attractive. Anyway, so we put, so you put this cover, right? That's a little bit. Hold on. Oh yeah. I never know with this thing. That seems right to me. I don't know if these things quite fit this, but this is an approximation. Then you put it under these underneath actually. I think it makes sense. Why this so jubbly. do the let's get rid of some bright colors this morning. And where is her yellow sheet? Okay, gotta go find that yellow sheet. Oh, cover sheet. I thought for sure I had it somewhere here. What did I do with it? Hold on. Oh. I definitely had it before. I gotta go find it. All right, so there is, and that brown sheet here is a little pad just to absorb some of the wetness when it comes through, but we're not done yet. Anyway, the yellow sheet. Oh, and this is her little breakfast tray that we put serve our food on. Well, here it is. So this is her sheet. Very warm in here. So I should just leave that. All right. And let me tell you, we go through a lot of laundry. And some of this stuff you've seen before. Seems like, right. Okay, let me just show you that. So I'm gonna go down where the laundry room is. Okay. So here. So this is the stuff I took off the bed. You can see that earlier. And then I'm gonna put this extra. I'll come set that off in a while. So yeah, we do a lot of laundry. Like, it's like every day I'd say at least one load a day. And sometimes multiple loads a day depending on how often this happens. And again, as I said, doesn't have a lot. So since I've been here, I came here Saturday morning. And yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, a couple. I think we did a change in the morning, and then not till this morning again, right? I did change out some of the pads, and did we have to change no sheet? No sheets, and I did change a cover because she sometimes catches a little bit on the pee on the cover. But other than that, not the major change that I'm doing now. But yeah, again, it's because she slept through the night, and sometimes she gets up during the night, but sometimes she just, I guess like we all do, And again, remember they say once a man, twice a child. So I guess it's that thing where she's in bed, she's comfortable, gets a little bit, and she just stays in. And listen, as a bedwetter until I was 14 years old, I was one of those late people to stop wetting my bed. And truth be told, as an adult, I've had a couple moments. So I think there's something tied to my anxieties and thing. Yeah, so now at this age, she sometimes will just line it until she just gets too wet or, She just wants to get up and move, and or I guess she needs to do a number two. As I said, she's not a number two incontinent at this point, just one. All right, let me just finish this up because this is getting longer than I thought it would be. Yeah, so I'll put this here for now. Come back and have it that. What I want you to show you earlier is, so we have all this stuff, which is so diapers, as you know, pull-ups, as my mom calls them. These little pads that go in them just to absorb, which you see me do the demonstration before. And then what I'm looking for is these. So we have a bunch of these, which is an extra pad on the bed. I think I could use these now for lots of things. I've actually seen people with their child in a stroller or their pets sometimes put these down. They're amazing. Okay, so we've eliminated the smell somewhat. And then sometimes when you smell stuff in here, you have to also, okay, just so you see this properly. So there it is. So yeah, so you put this pad down there, right? And then there it is, all made up for her to come back in. Fresh, I've opened the window just to give her some air out the room. Oh, that's what I'm smelling. So this one needs to go. She's in the bathroom. So I have to do this right now. And then this goes. Da-da-da. So her chair where she sits up in. The extra one, just so. So I have to do it like this. Yep. And that's pretty much it. So smells are all gone. And now I gotta go make breakfast. And there she is. Oh. Okay, happy Mother's Day. In the bathroom right now going, that damn boy's out there making a video. Because that's what I mean, like she's very present to some things. And then there are times when I'll be there with the video camera and she'll be right into it. And then she'll, I guess, remember and go, wait a minute, what is this? I don't sign on for this. And then other times as soon as she sees it come, she goes like, get that thing out. Which she was like even before, right? She was, kind of some time-ish with the video camera thing. And I know there is an ethical thing around, okay, so people aren't consenting, blah, 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 blah. Every time I watch anything where people, I think of Jared Carmichael with his parents who kind of has hanging over their head that he pays the bills. I think of watching Mother Apart with Stacey Ann Chin's story. And again, her mother, suddenly she's on camera. And I think of all of, the people who have their elderly parents or parents with dementia on these things, and even people with their young kids, right? And then people sometimes post things with their partners and families, and as you all know that I do. And in fact, I've gotten some feedback recently that, I'm respecting that I go into certain spaces. So I've been thinking more about, you know, only in future only videotaping when I go into spaces that are publicly defined, right? Which then often usually has posting that says that there's cameras and da 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 da. So I'm thinking more about consciously about that. And maybe, you know, if I'm going into, say, a private event like a birthday party or family gathering or something like that, you know, like I could see clearly saying to either the host or hostess or the person who it's for, who would then say, hey, you know, everybody, my friend here is coming in, he's going to videotape, but be cool if you're not, let him know. Because sometimes people do that, right? And then do that rather than showing up, which I usually do, like kamikaze kind of, you know, videographer and just start to videotape people who aren't always comfortable. And of course, some people, you know, they hold their hands up, they, you know, look away, or they clearly give me an energy that says no, or they tell me, right? And then, but yeah, but it is a thing. So, but in this case, you know, I guess my story, I haven't put it on this one, I put it on other ones, but I think there is something about what it means that we don't sometimes have these conversations and we don't engage with these subjects. That means that it all stays. You know, I'm into the whole closet thing, right? I've tried to live my life out loud as much as possible, respecting that not everybody wants to do that, and it's their right to control how they do or not do that, whatever anybody thinks about whatever, right? So yeah, so I'm trying to think about how I navigate this moment. A mix of how I've taken liberties, I'm admitting that, and then how do I make sure there's an ethical way forward with this. So in this case, my mom is not in the video, so the person is on it, but my story and experience of caring for her is what I'm sharing. Now I could see somebody also, because you know, I have some family members who say, oh, but I mean, like when you put up video and, you know, you show the inside of a house and, you know, just look at things like that, right? So again, to get permission to do all of that. But here it is. I'm going to take a risk with this one. I'm acknowledging it. So if y'all want to comment and tell me, oh, it's still dirty and nasty that you put up the people them sitting there, I'm cool with that. All right. So, yeah. All right, much longer than it needs to be, but there it is. I just was thinking in my head myself against more and more about the ethics of posting without collective consent and permission by people who are in them. And again, as I said, I go to a big public event where it's out in the public. In fact, frankly, as one of my friends always says, man, that's how people go on. So because camera there everywhere. You know, in fact, they has camera up in a satellite, we can't even show what going on your house. But regardless, I mean, it's also about how that information material is used, because a lot of that stuff isn't just made publicly available on YouTube, right? It's privately held or held by governments who then might use them, yes, without a lot of problematics around that too. But at least it's not usually just showing up on YouTube just so, or anywhere else just so, as I do. All right, we're done. Hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. Or, you know, I might edit it a little bit and just show key points, parts, and then go from there. Ciao. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. And not just the mothers, but some of the fathers who mother, and the grandparents who mother, and the people in people's lives who mother. And then also those of us who are now returning the favor of mothering our mothers, or our various parents, or people in our lives, elder people who need that support and care. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. 2024.